Hey everyone, I'm Rob Franek. I'm editor-in-chief here at the Princeton Review. Now friends, a lot about school has changed lately. We know it. We've been with you here near daily, talking through many of those changes together. But one thing that hasn't changed is that you still probably have assignments due. And you may still struggle, as many people do across the planet, with writer's block. We know specifically how frustrating it can be to stare at a blank screen or a blank blinking cursor, knowing that your essay is due tomorrow. Folks, there are many different reasons for writer's block, from not enough ideas to too many ideas, to having questions about the material, to having so many opinions that you just don't know where to start. So, how do you snap out of it? Top on our list, my friends, get organized. Start with what you know. You know your topic. If the prompt is open-ended, like a college essay, hint, hint, then check out our video where we cover how to brainstorm ideas. Next on our list, you know your audience. Probably your teacher, but it could be a test grader, one of your peers, or literally anybody else. Keep them in mind as you're writing. Next, you know your limits. Is there a word limit? Is there a page limit? Is there a time limit? And friends, here's the funny thing about limits. Rather than hinder you, they can actually help you because they provide you a structure within which you can start thinking about your essay. You may know, for instance, that you're aiming for a 5-paragraph essay. Then that can be helpful in you paring down the examples that you're going to cite in that essay. Don't let limits intimidate you. Think of them as tools that you can use to write your essay. Now friends, there are 3 tricks that you can easily employ to provide a coup against writer's block. Number 1 on our list, don't start at the beginning. Sometimes it helps to start at the end. This strategy works really well for a 5-paragraph essay or another assignment that has a very strict structure. If you know what your conclusion is, then start there and then write your last paragraph first and work backwards from there through your 3 body paragraphs and then on into your introduction. Now, you can also try starting in the middle. If there's a specific example that speaks to you, then write about it and think about why it speaks to you. And then think about what other examples do the same thing and then write about those. The next thing that you know, you'll be tying them all up perfectly in your thesis statement. Second on our list, if you don't have a particular example or conclusion in mind, try your hand at what we like to call at the Princeton Review, the kitchen sink method. For this, my friends, you just write. You write whatever pops into your head around that specific topic. Let the mind reel, my friends. Go on tangents, write in circles, and then stop, take a break, and read back over what you just wrote. And ask what pops out to you. You can probably pick out a theme in what you wrote and then use that as the focal point around which you could then organize the rest of your essay. Now, there's a slight variation on that you can try setting a timer for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or any other non-intimidating time limit, and then write down absolutely everything that you can think of that relates to the prompt in that particular period of time. And then afterwards, just like before, ask yourself what jumps out to you about what you just wrote about, and then write about that. Next on our list, my friends, write an outline. This is actually a really good thing to do after you try both the 1 and 2 methods that we just walked through. An outline will help you organize your thoughts and keep your writing succinct and, of course, to the point. Again, limits here, my friends, are tools that you can use, and this is particularly important when you have a word count or if you're writing a timed essay on a standardized test. Nothing is worse for writer's block than letting the time pressure get to you. If you're writing a timed essay, set aside the first 10 minutes to write your outline. And then remember that these essays typically follow a 5-paragraph format. An intro, 3 body paragraphs, and of course your conclusion. Even if you add extra body paragraphs in there, it's a good template to follow when you're limited in either length or, of course, in time. And one final tip, my friends, especially for essays that aren't timed, the introduction should almost always be the last thing that you write. After you've figured out all of the points that you need to make, you've written your conclusion. Now, you've done all that you have to do to write an awesome introduction, and it will practically write itself. Now, friends, of course, if you have other tips for getting over writer's block, then leave us a comment and let us know. And of course, thank you always so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already for the latest tips on academics and admission and exams and a whole lot more. Again, Rob Franek, Princeton Review. See you here the next time. Take care.